pop music has always pushed boundaries, but some songs take things to the next level. Whether through clever wordplay, suggestive lyrics, or explicit subject matter, these songs leave little to the imagination. Today, let's take a look at the top 10 overtly sexual pop songs. Number 1, I Want Your Sex, George Michael. There's a fine line between being sex-positive and being completely consumed by desire, and George Michael's I Want Your Sex doesn't just cross that line, it obliterates it. The song starts off playful and teasing, but as the track builds, the passion intensifies to an almost obsessive degree. Michael attempts to keep the mood romantic, framing the lyrics as an expression of healthy sexuality, but his breathless repetitions of a "let's do it" quickly shift the tone from seductive to downright urgent. As the song progresses, any attempt at subtlety disappears. The smooth, controlled energy of the first verse is soon overtaken by sheer, unfiltered lust. By the final section, Michael isn't just singing about passion, he's explicitly setting the scene, defining his partner's boundaries and pushing them to their limits. The transition from sensual to desperate is undeniable, making the song one of the most overtly sexual tracks ever to hit mainstream pop. Despite its suggestive nature, I Want Your Sex became a cultural phenomenon, fueled by controversy and radio bans that only made it more irresistible. The song challenged traditional attitudes about sex in pop music, marking a bold moment in George Michael's career and paving the way for future artists to explore sexuality in their music. Number 2, Like a Virgin, Madonna. Sometimes, a song doesn't have to be explicitly about sex. If everyone thinks it is, then it might as well be. Like a Virgin was originally written as a metaphor for the fresh excitement of a new relationship, symbolizing emotional renewal rather than physical experience. But once Madonna got her hands on it, the song took on an entirely new life. With her flirtatious delivery, breathy vocals, and provocative stage presence, she transformed it into one of the most suggestive pop anthems of all time. From the very first notes, the song oozes playful sensuality. Madonna's coy phrasing turns every lyric into an innuendo, and lines like "it feels so good inside" make it impossible to ignore the song's underlying eroticism. As the track builds, her vocal performance becomes even more teasing, punctuated by breathy "hey" ad-libs after each raised chorus. And just when you think she might dial it back, she leans in further, closing the song with repeated moans that leave little to the imagination. By the time Like a Virgin hit the airwaves in 1984, Madonna had already begun pushing the boundaries of pop music, but this song catapulted her into full-blown controversy. Between the provocative lyrics, the suggestive performance at the MTV Video Music Awards, and the way she confidently owned her sexuality, the song became a cultural flashpoint. Whether it was intended to be about sex or not, Madonna's performance ensured that the world would forever hear it that way. Number 3, I Touch Myself. Divinyls. Few pop songs are as boldly intimate as this one. The Divinyls took an unfiltered, no-holds-barred approach to desire and self-pleasure, crafting a track that was as sensual as it was groundbreaking. I Touch Myself wasn't just provocative, it was revolutionary, challenging taboos and embracing female sexuality in a way that few mainstream songs had before. At first, the lyrics paint a picture of deep infatuation. Christina Amphlit's voice drips with longing as she describes how her partner completes her. But as the song builds, the romance gives way to raw, uninhibited passion. The chorus strips away any poetic subtlety, replacing it with a direct and shameless expression of arousal. Unlike traditional love songs that focus on devotion to another, I Touch Myself flips the script. Amphlett doesn't just crave intimacy with her lover, she finds pleasure on her own terms. As the song progresses, her intensity grows. She isn't just singing about desire, she's surrendering to it completely, offering lines like, "I get down on my knees" with breathy conviction. But the track's most daring moment comes in the bridge, where Amphlett gives listeners an intimate glimpse into one of her thinking sessions. The music swells, the tension builds, and her vocals hit a climactic high that feels just as physical as it does musical. More than just a steamy pop anthem, I Touch Myself was a cultural statement. Released in 1990, it was one of the first mainstream songs to openly embrace female sexuality from a woman's perspective, making it both controversial and empowering. While some radio stations were hesitant to play it, the song still became a massive hit, proving that its message of self-pleasure and body confidence resonated with audiences. To this day, it remains one of the boldest and most uninhibited expressions of desire in pop music history. Number 4, Side to Side, Ariana Grande. Sometimes, it takes a moment to realize just how suggestive a song really is, and when it clicks, there's no going back. On the surface, Side to Side sounds like another sultry, infectious pop hit from Ariana Grande. But beneath its flirtatious beat and smooth delivery lies a meaning that's anything but subtle. Teaming up with the ever-unapologetic Nicki Minaj, Grande takes things even further than she did in her steamy collaboration with The Weeknd, crafting a song that is equal parts seductive and shameless. At first, the lyrics seem to focus on pure attraction, with Grande crooning about her intense desire for someone special. But then comes the chorus, "Got me walkin' side to side." And suddenly, the meaning shifts. The phrase isn't about a dance move, nor is it about taking a casual stroll. Instead, it's widely interpreted as a reference to postcoital soreness, the kind that leaves someone walking side to side after a particularly intense night. While the implication is cheeky and playful, it leaves little to the imagination, making Side to Side one of Grande's most overtly sexual tracks to date. If there were any lingering doubts about the song's suggestiveness, Nicki Minaj's verse eliminates them entirely. While Grande delivers the sensual buildup, Minaj takes a more explicit approach, leaving nothing unsaid. She references specific positions, suggests marathon sessions in the bedroom, and even hints at threesomes. Her signature confident, no-filter delivery transforms the track from flirtatious to downright provocative, solidifying its status as one of the most overtly risque pop songs of its time. Despite its suggestive lyrics, Side to Side became an anthem of empowerment. With its seductive melody, infectious chorus, and bold attitude, the song embraced female confidence and sexuality without hesitation. Grande delivered a track that was playful, fearless, and undeniably catchy, so much so that many listeners sang along before fully realizing what they were singing about. But once the meaning clicked, Side to Side became one of the most talked about songs in her catalog, proving that sometimes, the best way to get people's attention is to make them think twice about what they're hearing. Number 5, If You Seek Amy. Britney Spears has always been known for pushing boundaries, but with If You Seek Amy, she managed to do it in a way that was both clever and undeniably provocative. The song is a master class in hidden wordplay, designed to sneak explicit content past censors while keeping the playful energy of a pure pop hit. On the surface, the verses suggest that Britney is chasing after another woman, but nothing in the lyrics is overtly sexual, at least, not until the chorus kicks in. This is where the true brilliance of the song lies. Through a phonetic trick, Spears delivers a chorus that sounds completely innocent at first listen. But when said quickly, If You Seek Amy becomes F You Seek Amy, turning the hook into a not-so-subtle double entendre. The way Britney sings the line makes it all the more obvious, leaning into the suggestive nature of the track while still keeping it radio-friendly, at least until people started catching on. Once the song's hidden meaning became widely recognized, If You Seek Amy became one of Spears' most controversial singles. The suggestive wordplay led to calls for censorship, forcing radio stations to play an edited version that altered the lyrics to If You See Amy to soften the implication. But by then, the song had already done its job, generating buzz, climbing the charts, and proving once again that Britney Spears knew exactly how to keep people talking. Even beyond the wordplay, the song's repeated babies throughout the chorus take on a new meaning once you understand the underlying message. What initially seems like standard pop filler quickly transforms into Britney doubling down on the track's playful, seductive energy. Whether fans were in on the joke or just enjoying the beat, If You Seek Amy cemented itself as one of the boldest and most cleverly risque songs in modern pop music. Number 6, S&M. Rihanna. Pop music has always pushed the limits of what's socially acceptable, but S&M takes that to another level, throwing subtlety out the window in favor of full-on provocation. With all the subtlety of a 50 Shades of Grey movie, Rihanna dives headfirst into the world of sadomasochism, belting out lyrics about chains, whips, and the intoxicating thrill of pain. While plenty of pop songs have played with suggestive themes, S&M doesn't just hint at them, it puts them front and center. Rihanna doesn't hold back, embracing the taboo nature of BDSM culture and bringing it into the mainstream like never before. The song's chorus leaves little room for misinterpretation, with lines like, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me," making it crystal clear what she's singing about. But beyond its provocative lyrics, S&M also delivers a surprising message about confidence, pleasure, and self-acceptance. Rihanna presents sexuality as something to be explored without shame, challenging outdated ideas about desire and personal expression. Despite its undeniable catchiness, S&M faced immediate backlash upon release. Some radio stations outright refused to play it, while others aired heavily censored versions. The music video, which featured Rihanna in latex, wielding a riding crop, and playfully flipping traditional power dynamics, was deemed too explicit by multiple networks. But controversy only fueled the song's success. S&M became a massive hit, climbing the charts and proving that even the most daring themes could thrive in pop music. At its core, S&M is more than just a song about pleasure, it's an anthem of liberation. By owning her desires and refusing to conform to expectations, Rihanna transformed a taboo topic into a dance floor sensation, making S&M one of the boldest and most talked about pop songs of its time. Number 7, Red Light Special. TLC. When a song has a red light in the title, you can safely assume it's not going to be about innocent romance. With Red Light Special, TLC takes the slow jam formula and flips it on its head, delivering a track that's all about female empowerment and unapologetic sensuality. Instead of following the traditional narrative where men dictate desire, this song makes it clear that the women are the ones in control. From the moment the sultry beat kicks in, Red Light Special oozes seduction. The lyrics waste no time setting the tone, offering direct and confident instructions like, take the southern route, and, don't go too slow. This isn't just flirtation, it's a clear demand for satisfaction, where pleasure isn't a request but an expectation. Unlike many love songs that dance around intimacy, TLC leans all the way in, embracing their sexuality without hesitation. The music video takes the song's provocative nature to the next level. Set against the backdrop of a dimly lit poker game, the stakes go far beyond the table, each move in the game is tied to an unspoken tension between desire and power. The video plays with themes of control and submission, reinforcing the idea that when it comes to intimacy, confidence is key. The men may be in the room, but TLC is calling the shots. At its core, Red Light Special is more than just a steamy R&B track, it's a declaration of agency. It redefines what a sensual love song can be, placing women firmly in charge of their own pleasure. In a genre where male artists often take the lead in discussing passion, TLC shifts the perspective, making Red Light Special a standout anthem of feminine confidence and desire. Number 8, Touch My Body. Mariah Carey has long been known for blending sensuality with sophistication, but Touch My Body takes things to a whole new level. On the surface, the song's breezy, candy-coated R&B production makes it sound like just another flirtatious love song. However, once you dive into the lyrics, it becomes clear that Carey isn't just teasing, she's making her desires known in explicit detail. What sets Touch My Body apart is how Carey seamlessly mixes seduction with a playful, almost mischievous energy. She doesn't just hint at passion, she lays it all out with lines that leave little to the imagination. From fantasies of being dominated to returning the favor, the song is a sultry, intimate invitation wrapped in Mariah's signature breathy vocals. Lines like, if it's a camera up in here, then it's gone leave with me when I do add an extra layer of confidence, as Carey makes it clear that she's fully in control of the situation. Despite its steamy lyrics, the music video takes an unexpected comedic turn. Instead of leaning into the song's seductive nature, Carey plays up the humor by casting 30 Rock's Jack McBrayer, best known as the wide-eyed, innocent Kenneth Parcell, as her clueless admirer. The video follows McBrayer's character as he stumbles into a fantasy world where Carey is draped in silk sheets, teasing him with luxurious flirtation. The contrast between her sultry delivery and his awkward reactions makes for a hilarious juxtaposition, proving that Carey understands the power of not taking herself too seriously. At its core, Touch My Body is more than just a sensual slow jam, it's a confident, self-assured anthem that embraces both sexuality and playfulness. Carey proves that desire doesn't always have to be portrayed with intensity, sometimes, it can be lighthearted, cheeky, and fun. Whether it's the infectious melody, the suggestive lyrics, or the unexpected comedy of the music video, Touch My Body remains one of Mariah's most entertaining and memorable tracks, reminding us why she's a pop icon who can master both seduction and humor with ease. Number 9, Touch Me, I Want Your Body. Samantha Fox's female sexuality has always had a presence in pop music, but few songs have embraced it with the sheer boldness of Touch Me, I Want Your Body. Released in 1986, Samantha Fox's breakout hit was a full-throttle, no-holds-barred anthem of desire, combining the flashy, high-energy style of 80s glam rock with lyrics that were as unapologetic as they were provocative. The song took the era's dominant male-driven rock anthems, often filled with bravado and sexual conquest, and flipped the script, putting a woman in the driver's seat with just as much confidence. Fox wasn't coy about the song's message, and she certainly didn't rely on subtlety. The lyrics paint a picture of raw attraction, but it's her delivery that makes the track unforgettable. From the moment she begins singing, she punctuates her words with breathy sighs and sultry moans, leaving little doubt about what she's feeling. And just when you think the song can't get any steamier, she takes it up a notch in the bridge, delivering a vocal performance that sounds like a moment of pure ecstasy. Lines like a tramp in the night, push the song into territory that was far more risque than what listeners expected from a mainstream pop track. Beyond the song itself, the music video only amplified its sensuality. Fox, already known as a former Page 3 model in the UK, fully embraced her status as a sex symbol, strutting across the screen in lingerie, seductively flipping her hair, and commanding attention with every move. While the song was a commercial success, topping charts in multiple countries, it also sparked controversy. Some radio stations hesitated to play it, and conservative critics viewed it as overly suggestive. But for Fox, that was the whole point. She wasn't just selling sex appeal, she was owning it. At a time when female artists were often expected to be coy or reserved about their sexuality, Fox shattered expectations. Touch Me, I Want Your Body wasn't just a provocative pop song, it was a statement. It helped establish Fox as a bold, unfiltered star who wasn't afraid to embrace her desires on her own terms. Whether listeners saw it as empowering or simply shocking, one thing was certain: Touch Me ensured that Samantha Fox would leave a lasting mark on pop music history. Number 10, Peacock. Katy Perry. Katy Perry has never been one to shy away from suggestive lyrics, but with Peacock, she ditches all subtlety in favor of pure, unfiltered innuendo. From the opening line, it's clear that this song isn't about a brightly colored bird, it's one of the most blatantly risque double entendres in pop music history. Unlike some of Perry's other provocative hits, which blend sensuality with clever wordplay, I Kissed a Girl, California Girls, Peacock makes no effort to disguise its meaning. The chorus, built around a repetitive chant of a peacock, cock, cock, pushes the track firmly into eyebrow-raising territory. If that wasn't enough, lines like, Let Me See What's Underneath, and Are You Brave Enough to Let Me See Your Peacock, erase any remaining doubt about what she's really singing about. While the song technically avoids explicit language, its playful delivery makes the message impossible to miss. Peacock quickly became one of Perry's most polarizing songs. Some listeners found its over-the-top nature hilarious and entertaining, embracing its campy, unapologetic boldness. Others, however, felt it leaned too far into gimmick territory, sacrificing wit for shock value. Lines like Need Some Goofs to Get Loose didn't help its case, making the song feel more juvenile than seductive. Given Perry's track record of delivering empowering anthems like Firework and Teenage Dream, some critics saw Peacock as a misstep, a song that relied on controversy rather than clever songwriting. Despite the mixed reception, Peacock certainly did what it set out to do: get people talking. Love it or hate it, it's a prime example of how Perry isn't afraid to push boundaries and embrace her playful, provocative side. One thing's for sure, when it comes to attention-grabbing lyrics, Peacock proudly stands out. And there you have it, the most overtly sexual pop songs that had everyone blushing, dancing, or raising an eyebrow. Some were cheeky, some were controversial, but all of them made their mark on pop culture. Which song do you think is the most suggestive? Did we miss any steamy hits? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.